Okay, welcome in one and all. I'm now going to make my predictions for week 3 of the NFL season. So the New York Football Giants had a huge comeback victory in week 2 against the Arizona Cardinals, but I got a funny feeling their luck is going to run out against the San Francisco 49ers. I will have the 49ers winning this game, and they should improve to 3-0 on the season. The Indianapolis Colts are heading into Baltimore to take on the Ravens, and despite the fact that the Colts got their first win of the season, I think it's going to be tough to go into Baltimore to get a W there. So I believe the Ravens should also stay undefeated at 3-0. The Titans and Browns are taking the field in Cleveland, and I'm going to make my bold prediction. I think I got where am I? The Titans taking this matchup. The Browns are a good team, but the Titans are resilient as always. And I've said this before, they should still be competitive this year in that AFC South. So I will have the Titans with a victory over the Browns. The Atlanta Falcons are heading into Detroit to take on the Lions. I will make my prediction and say that the Atlanta should stay undefeated after a great start to the season, even though it is still early. I still think that they, along with the Ravens and 49ers, should improve to 3-0. The New Orleans Saints are heading into Wisconsin to take on the Green Bay Packers, and it's going to be Derek Carr against Jordan Love. It's not going to be Derek Carr against Aaron Rodgers, which is too bad because that probably would have been the game of the week. I'm going to make a prediction, say the Packers get their first win of the season, and the New Orleans Saints will get their first loss of the year. So both teams should stand at 2-1 once the game is all said and done. The Houston Texans are going into Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars bounce back after losing to the Chiefs. They should improve to 2-1, while the Texans, it's going to be a long season. They will still be winless at 0-3. The Broncos are heading into Miami to take on the Dolphins. You have a team that's 0-2 versus a team that's 2-0. I believe those records are going to be, the streaks are still going to be consistent for both teams. I believe the Dolphins should improve to 3-0, while the Denver Broncos, good Lord, if it's not one thing, it's another. They will drop to 0-3. Speaking of winless teams, 2 winless teams are taking action in week 3 between the Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. I've bet on the Chargers the last 2 weeks, and it's hard because it's not that they've been blown out. The games have been that close, but I'm going to say that Minnesota Vikings will get the victory and get their first win of the season, while the Chargers will still be looking for their first win by week 4. 2 AFC East foes are colliding here in week 3. I do apologize. I'm getting ahead of myself. As the Patriots and Jets are taking the field, I'm going to give the edge to the Jets on this one until the Patriots can prove that they can be the team that they were before, which they will not be because obviously there's no Tom Brady. But they really need Mac Jones to step up. But I just got a funny feeling that the Jets are going to get the victory in this one, and they should improve to 2-1 on the young season. The Buffalo Bills are sitting at 1-1. The Washington Commanders are sitting at 2-0. I got the Bills in this matchup, despite the fact the Commanders have shown that they can be a very good shutdown defense at times, despite giving up 33 points to the Broncos last week. I'm going to give the edge to the Bills in this one. I just think that after last week's win, they should get on the train and start getting some W's back to back and get on a bit of a winning streak. So I'll give the edge to the Bills. They should improve to 2-1. Carolina Panthers are taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The Panthers are coming into this matchup 0-2, while the Seattle Seahawks are sitting at 1-1. I'll give the edge to Geno and company. I feel that the Seahawks, despite not being 2-0, they are a pretty decent team. I think they should, pretty basic. They should get the victory and improve to 2-1. Oops, went too far. The Dallas Cowboys 2-0 versus the Arizona Cardinals 0-2. Well, pretty self-explanatory. The Cowboys are going to get the victory. It looked like Arizona was finally going to get their first win of the season last week, but they blew a huge lead against the Giants. And let's be realistic. If you lose to the Giants, you're probably not going to beat the Cowboys. So, as I predicted, the Cowboys should improve to 3-0, while the Cardinals will drop to 0-3. Chicago Bears are heading into Kansas City. Oh, boy. Chiefs got this one. There's no way that Justin Fields and company are going to pull off an upset in Kansas City. So the Chiefs should improve to 0-2, while the Bears will drop to 0-3. This is one matchup where I'm kind of on the fence about this one. So you have two 1-1 teams slated for Sunday night's action. You have the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a tough one. I've been contemplating this one for about 10 minutes now before I started this video, and I'm really on the fence about this one. I want to give the edge to the Steelers. They obviously came off that big Monday night victory against the Browns, and the Raiders obviously came off a loss in their week 2 matchup against the Bills. So they're trying to have a rebound. I do apologize, and get back in the win column. These are two old rivals too, from like the 70s and 80s too. So it's got some history here, to say the least. Oh man, I really don't know who to pick. I should just flip a coin. You know what? We're in the or I guess Vegas is the gambling capital of the world. So I'll take the Vegas Raiders in this one. The Philadelphia Eagles, holy cow, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, probably going to be the matchup of the week, if I'm going to be honest with you. The Eagles are sitting at 2-0, and the surprising Buccaneers are also sitting at 2-0. I'm going to give the edge to the Eagles in this one. I just think that they are a team that's truly destined to get back into the Super Bowl. I know it's still early in the season, while the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, ran by Baker Mayfield, are off to a shockingly amazing start, considering I didn't think they'd win or be 2-0 coming into week 3. But yeah, for this Monday night matchup, I'm going to give the edge to the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Los Angeles Rams are heading into Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. This is a rematch of Super Bowl 56, I do believe, from just 2 years ago, where the Rams prevailed. And the Rams are now sitting at 1-1 on the season, while the Bengals, for the second year in a row, are sitting at 0-2. I'll just put it this way. If Burrow is not 100% in this matchup, the Rams should get the victory. If Burrow can have a bounce-back game, which means he needs to get this victory, because if he dropped to 0-3, this is going to be a disaster of a start to the season. So this is one matchup where I'm kind of on the fence, just like the Steelers and Raiders game, where it could go one way or the other. But if I had to make my prediction right now of who should get the victory, I'm going to give the edge to the Rams. The Bengals just have not been consistent enough for me to put my faith in the team to get the W in this one. And obviously, like I said, Joe Burrow's health is playing a major factor into their season, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I will predict that the Rams will get the road win against the Cincinnati Bengals. As always, if you happen to like football content, I do videos every day. Feel free to hit that sub. It'll help out this channel. Let's see if it'll grow. Other than that, hope you all take care, and we'll see you next time.